based Saatchi Saatchi Manila. We have just finished judging the design and print craft, and it's been a really good 3-4 days of judging, very thorough. Overall, the standard of the work was exceptionally high. If it was ranked by country, definitely Japan had a really strong body of work in there. And when I talk design, I'm talking obviously not just the print craft side of it. I'm talking actual real design solutions in multiple channels and using many varied mediums. And I think that's where Japan really, as a nation, really showed how far they were advanced in that area. I would say that the rest of the design work is sporadic from around the different countries. There wasn't another country that I saw that had an amazing amount of design work other than Japan. It was just sort of from every region. Where we sit, the Philippines at the moment, is, well, number one, I think was very interesting, maybe just down to budgets this year. Certainly that is probably a good indicator. There was about 1 or 2 things entered into design and print craft from the Philippines. So there actually wasn't any entries really to sift through, and those few things that did go in, they were very simple and they were very sort of finalist level from the outset, but we didn't actually have any real design work in design, and when I say design work, I mean specific, real, actual, 3D design, design in digital across, all different platforms, and we didn't have any real environmental design to speak of, and I think it's really interesting because that's where we do a lot of activation in the Philippines. We really do, in the same way that New Zealand do a lot of the fast promo activation stuff, and we've seen in recent times what New Zealand can do with that sort of fast promo activation stuff, and they can really turn it into something really special. So I think we've got equal opportunity to do that as a nation, because we do so much activation work and events and stunts, and we can see that when we get people together, we've got the chance to do something really great. So I think that this should be a year we should really focus on that, because that's where we can apply incredible design, when it comes to environmental design, when it comes to also in digital as well. I don't think we're applying design in the best way it can be utilised in digital either, and I think you'll see that when you see some of the winning entries. One of the entries in particular, 2 campaigns that really stood out, I thought, was one was from Dentsu. They launched in London. They were basically launching Dentsu London. So what they did is they actually came up with a very simple design idea based around the ninja shuriken. But how they then pushed that through every single channel, and how they used that one piece of really simple, iconic design across everything was really amazing. And this is where they absolutely, showed how far you can take design. That you can come up with a simple design idea, but you can then push it using the mediums you have and using the technology, and that was fantastic to see. That was really design in its true sense. And that they really blurred the line there, also with the way they use design, because there's been a long sort of history about is design just aesthetic? Is it without an idea? But what you clearly see with all the work in design is it's got an incredibly strong idea. It's not designed for the sake of design. It's not aesthetic for the sake of aesthetic. It's got a real conscience and a real point to it. And I think that's also something that they're doing really well. Another piece that stood out for me, I thought was really interesting, was, well, actually, it was another piece from Japan, which I'm looking forward to everyone seeing, which is I think a lot of you may have already heard about it or seen it, or talked about it, which was the Senso, the music video clip that worked across many different sites online, and really engaged consumers beyond anything I've seen for a long, long time. And what they got really right is this. Rather than going for reach, they went for engagement with this idea. And because they went for engagement, they got reach beyond anything they ever could have got if they were just setting out to just, how can we just pay for as much space online as we possibly can and get this thing out there. And I think that's a big key to what the Philippines can really do in this next 12 months, and that is focus on engagement, not reach, and the reach will come. And I think that's a really, really important defining thing. So that was also an interesting piece, and also look out for the Tamaya calendar. Lovely, really lovely. Just a pure bit of physical design that just magnificent, fantastic, can't fault, execution faultless. It's one. Unfortunately, though, you guys will all see it as an image and a board, so it may not have the same effect. But when you see the thing up close, it's quite spectacular. So that was great. Summing up from here, print craft was what I expected it to be. Very high standard. It is Asia after all, and I think everyone's mastered that now. I don't think there's any real advantage to any country in Australasia, I should say. I think everyone's up to the same standard, and it's just who plays a better game on the day, I think. And then as far as ADFEST, I have to say it has been lovely being here. Phuket's a lovely place. It's a lot more sedate than Pattaya, but I think that's good. And yeah, I certainly will come back here for a holiday. Actually, when I have to do when I can do a little less work and a little bit more leisure.